Welcome in on to Lakeside Field. Ryan Che alongside Raghav Khosla. We're your hosts for tonight as we are ready to witness number 12 Northwestern men's soccer take on Green Bay as we are kicking off now. It's Northwestern trying to get their best start of this season. Have not started this well since 2008 as it's the ball that goes wide out there.
This 8-0-2 start, Ryan, has just been fantastic by the Cats. Just truly unprecedented, especially for Coach Payne.
Ball being fought for there on the far sideline as it's Green Bay who will look to put the pressure on this Northwestern defense. It's going to be Johansson who has it, working against Northwestern's Thagard there. Passes it back, and Northwestern able to intercept. Pass goes out, but as we were talking with Coach Payne yesterday, Raghav, a lot still on the line today, even though it is their final non-conference game of the year. Need to get things back in order. Strong mojo going before they start Big Ten conference play.
Definitely. It's a good game for the guys to really just experiment some stuff. We can't count out Green Bay. They are ranked 12th in terms of goals allowed on average in the nation. So they really have a strong defense, and it's going to be a good test for Justin Weiss and company if they can get going, get some goals against this team, and add to that 22-goal tally that they have on the year.
So McCamey will take this kick after the foul is called. And here it is away. Goes inside to the box. No one there for the Cats. Green Bay will try to clear, but it finds its way into the trusty chest of Northwestern's Weiss, who brings it back in, but it's cleared and saved by Jan.
That was good by Weiss to get onto this left foot. He wasn't able to get as much velocity or height as he would have liked, but good early set piece for the Cats here.
Jan, very experienced this year, has started all 9 games, almost 800 minutes of play as he boots this one far and away. Header comes off of Richter, now being fought for. Northwestern will have it. One thing that Payne told us yesterday was that back line and just kind of keeping things set when they have the opportunity here. Ponce de Leon getting his first action there really briefly. But you have to think tempo will be the name of the game today. Both of these teams, while maybe not shooting as many attempts on goal or shots on goal so far this season, both of them have been very effective when doing so.
Definitely, but both teams' defenses have also been very stout, so it's going to be quite the game today, Ryan. I'm very excited.
So matching strengths for both squads as it's Green Bay on the attack now. Ball being passed in. Tried to get it to Johansson, but fight and a nice stop there from the Cats.
That was Richter there. He made his first start for the Cats this year against Maryland, which was just last game, playing a full 90, and I guess he impressed Coach Payne with the absence of Reese Mayer. He's trusting Richter here to start at center back.
So that early test provides successful for Richter, and Northwestern is able to get the ball back. Thagard had it, tried to pass it up to Weiss, but not quite on the same page there.
Thagard thought Weiss would have stopped to receive the ball, but Weiss continued making the run. Should have stayed as an option there for Thagard.
Meanwhile, Green Bay just trying to get something in. That kick attempt won't be doing them any favors. Looked like it was Parrish there, just trying to get something going.
Tried to get a bit lucky with that one, catch Ponce de Leon off guard, but that was nowhere near on target, and goal kick for Northwestern.
So Ponce de Leon, that Nova transfer, a lot of high hopes for him, especially for next year, but of course you can never have too much depth, especially when you get into this back half, or back quarter, I should say, of this season, as it's Green Bay who intercepts McCamey's pass. Hustled quickly, though, by Gajadhar.
Love that from Gajadhar. Really just not giving up on the play and keeping the ball in play, allowing the Cats to kind of reset and get back into their formation.
Thagard had it for a minute, but lost it in his brief battle. Crossing pass from Galvin Garcia all the way to the far side. And it's going to be Northwestern possession there. Looked like Green Bay wanted a call there from Brown. Nothing will happen. Northwestern will take over.
Volmar at the clearance there with his head, and then Weiss did a good job pressuring the ball, causing it to go out. Some Green Bay players were looking for a foul. There was no illegal contact there, and Northwestern ball.
So despite that call, Green Bay gets it back. And if you're Green Bay, Raghav, what are you looking to exploit from this Northwestern team that hasn't really shown that drastic of chinks in their armor, if you will?
I think they just need to trust in what makes them good. I've continuously mentioned how strong their just back four has been, as well as Jan in goal. If they can really rely on that, maybe spring one on the counter against the Cats, that might be their key to success today.
So give and go action there. Contautas had it. Ishikawa tried to give it over. Instead, it's McCamey who intercepts the intended pass to, and it's Green Bay just getting that in the nick of time there. Great stoppage from Kapia to stop that momentum.
McCamey saw that pass from Nishikawa all the way, but he wasn't able to get that final pass through to Weiss. Otherwise, Weiss was through on goal.
Bit of a dangerous sideline pass there. Looks like from, can't tell if that was Richter, or it was Volmar, excuse me. Ponce Leon just had to boot it for a second. High flyer in the air, and now the Cats will look to reset.
Here they are with their back four in possession.
Nice boot over. Looks like Clegette will try to secure it. Tried for a shot. And brilliantly defended there from Nishikawa.
Bold there from Clegette, taking the shot first time. If I was him, he could have tried. I guess Nishikawa was right on him, but Clegette would have looked to control that ball and try and see a runner into the box. But good job getting the corner there, just making something out of nothing in a way.
It looks like Jan was looking to potentially bring up some pressure there, entice a shot there from Clegette. Nishikawa cleans it up, but Northwestern will have this corner. It's going to be McCamey taking it.
Gajadhar short as a second option as well.
McCamey winds up into the box, looking for something. Looked like they tried to get a header there from Prince, but whistle is blown. It's going to be another corner, this time from the opposite side.
Prince got up over everyone there. You really saw that leaping ability. Unfortunately, he wasn't able to get good contact on it. Does go off a Green Bay player, so another corner for the Cats.
So opportunities already for the Cats. And surprisingly, this might shock you, but the Cats have actually been out corner kicked, if you follow there so far this season. So these opportunities, while they have been fruitful, have not been as fruitful for Northwestern as some of their opponents. They're looking to change that potentially tonight as McCamey's kick is underway. Once again in the box. Looked like some bodies had fallen, but a nice header there. Looked like from Brown, who wanted it. Looked like it was a little high. Jan just jumped out of his boots there for that defense as well.
Ron Brown got up there to make that header. Very powerful header as well. Looks like Jan may have injured himself on that jump.
Looks like he's just looking at his right eye there. Not sure if something might have just got caught.
A good save there. You had to be reactionary on that one. Tip it over the crossbar for another Northwestern corner.
So their third is coming up. Maybe third time will be the charm here for McCamey. Winds up in again. Another header from Brown this time. But that one was cleaned up quite nicely and pretty cleanly there from Jan.
The Cats are just jumping more than the Phoenix are, Ryan. That was another strong, powerful header from Ron Brown. Fortunately, it was straight at Jan. If it was anywhere not straight at the goalie, that could have put some pressure on him to make a big save, but he's able to catch it and receive.
Brown definitely one of the most threatening Northwestern scorers for this squad. Second most goals so far this season with 4. As it's Green Bay who's able to take it. Clegette just couldn't quite secure it. Meanwhile, Nishikawa has it. Will feed it back over to Galvin Garcia. So Green Bay looking to get things back in swing here. Had 3 corner kicks that were testing Jan in that defensive line, but they were able to hold strong as pass goes inside and nicely cleared there from Northwestern. It was Meyer who's able to get it out.
And that was key. That's our player right there. That was Paolucci looking ready to get that shot up, but Meyer was there to make the clearance. Very, very crucial tracking back there from the defender, preventing Paolucci from getting a shot on goal.
So Parrish will take the corner kick from this near hash. First one of the day for the Phoenix. Kick comes in. Just kicked out there from Brown. No problem. Green Bay can't quite corral it as it kind of awkwardly pinballed around. Not sure who quite was on it, but it's Jan who's just going to wind up and send it all the way back to send all the players running to the Northwestern side.
And that was Gajadhar again, using that energy, using that pace to just create chaos in the midfield for the Phoenix. As again, Northwestern just wins the ball back. That's something that I really think they've been doing well today, Ryan. Just having that energy in the midfield and preventing any possession for the Phoenix has been quite helpful for the Cats in trying to create the opportunities that they've had.
Ishikawa was trying to feed it all the way over. Looked like he was going for a contestable there. Northwestern's. Meanwhile, it was Cats clearing that out. Ishikawa has it again, though.
Seen a lot of the action so far, hasn't Ishikawa?
A lot of it, but that great kind of defensive prowess shown from that back four has just stayed strong, as you were kind of alluding to earlier, Raghav.
Definitely. I mean, we have Richter, Prince, Mayer, just doing their best at the back line, preventing any of the threats for Green Bay from having any impact on the game so far.
Well, it is Green Bay throwing it in. Phoenix sitting on an even 500 on the year, 3-3-3. They did lose their last contest, though, on Saturday, as it's Northwestern who comes into the match on a win, as there's a pass all the way in, just a little too strong there from contestable. Just going to be Ponce de Leon who takes it back out.
Contestable does have an assist on there. You saw a good run being made there by his teammate. Unfortunately, just put a bit too much on and the ball traveled out for the Phoenix.
Green Bay applying some pressure now just to get something going. Looking for a handball call there on McCamey. Nothing's called. Northwestern keeps it going, and it's Weiss who's tracking it down on the far side.
It's a good ball there by Volmar to release Weiss, and Weiss is able to draw the foul for yet another set piece for the Cats. Great job there by Volmar, just passing it towards the touchline, allowing Weiss to get on the ball and create that foul and create the set piece opportunity.
So Northwestern dominating so far in terms of their offensive pressure. Time spent on their opponent's half of the field. Cammy will line it up here. Get things settled down. A lot of communication going on between both teams. And why wouldn't you? Northwestern's attack formidable in its own right, but Green Bay has had a pretty steady defense so far as McCamey's kick is in. Nothing happens there. Northwestern just trying to get something going again. Maybe reset. McCamey will.
It's good by McCamey to get the ball out there. Weiss as well. Good two-man action there. And now Northwestern can reset. The center backs coming back in Prince and Richter, who were sent up. So Northwestern looking to be aggressive on the set pieces early on in this game.
Another Cammy dancing his way around.
He's been on fire today.
He shook Johansson just for a second. Meanwhile, it was Weiss who kind of tripped over his own feet there, and McCamey just trying to corral that in.
It's too much for Thagard there, unfortunately. Otherwise, that was a good idea by Volmar to try and break the lines.
Green Bay didn't quite have anyone there, trying to get it to Paolucci again. Will play a massive part in this game, Raghav, if the Phoenix are to have success. Not that he's their only player on the field, so to speak, when it comes to threats, but just that experience alone, so massive for them, considering this Northwestern squad is so deep and so experienced already.
Definitely. Very impressive that the Phoenix can get some attacking threat going. Again, considering Chris Album and Keegan Walker, their two leading scorers on the year, being out as Thagard was too late coming back onside there. Very vocal coach for Green Bay, I must say. I can hear him from up here.
Yes, Jeremy Bonomo making his intent heard, entering his 9th season at the helm for Green Bay. Was an assistant coach at Cincinnati, and so that hire was very exciting for them. Had some success at his previous spots. So far, Green Bay not having too shabby of a season. Of course, in the Horizon League, trying to make some more noise. It's very competitive amongst those teams. Of course, they will have a brand new type of challenge with Northwestern this evening.
Number 12 Northwestern, we should say. Ranking going up from 16 to 12 just today, in fact. Ooh, that was quite the challenge here from Contestable on Thagger. Thagger doing a good job holding up the play here. Big challenge from Contestable, resulting in a foul. And I mentioned earlier, sorry Ryan, I knew you were going to talk there, but I mentioned earlier the Cats are playing a back four in possession. They're actually playing a back five with the two wing backs, Volmar and Clagger, trying to expand the pitch here for the Cats.
Of course, those numbers are going to play a huge factor, especially when you think of sideline attacks. As if there was going to be an attempted clear. It looked like it might have been friendly fire potentially. Ponce de Leon just went right off the cross. Might have been Nishikawa who was trying to make some magic there.
Out of nowhere, what a ball into the middle there. Unfortunately, it hit the crossbar. Ponce de Leon had no clue what to do with that, and fair enough, that ball came in with so much velocity in between the two defenders, and shot was just off.
Northwestern looks like might have woken them up, right there, as the Phoenix get ready for a corner kick.
I'm still in shock from that ball, Ryan. I mean, that was a fantastic cross in by Nishikawa. Threading that between two defenders is no easy task, and he made it look so easy.
Here comes the cross, deflected off a header. So Northwestern clears it, able to take a breather for the moment, reposition themselves. But Green Bay now applying some pressure here on offense.
Definitely. Good defensive header there from Mayer, but Green Bay looking to be on the attack here. But there's Gajadhar trying to break up the play yet again with that energy and work rate. And there he is, making the interception.
Not a great effort there from Joe Hansen. Just had no power on that as they're able to feed it up to Weiss, dancing his way around. Coming back, tries to feed it in now. He does so successfully over to Thagger. Thagger pitches it back to Claggett. He's going to go inside, looked for Weiss. Something happened, just trying to get a shot off now to capitalize off that opportunity, and it's no good. So Green Bay able to escape that threatening sequence.
Build on the counter here, but that was beautiful build-up play. Paolucci, almost got that ball through, and there's Mayer again with the clearance. But that was beautiful build-up play from the Cats. Gajadhar doing a wonderful job winning the ball back. Got it out to Brown, who got it out to Weiss. Weiss did a good job with it. Thagard found the run of Claggett, but unfortunately, Weiss was unable to sort his feet out and wasn't able to get a strike on goal. But otherwise, that could have been a fantastic team goal from Northwestern.
Trying to get those touches around for this squad. And why wouldn't you? So many threats to take account for if you're Green Bay. As it's McCamey giving it into Brown. Pitching it back safely there.
Brown and McCamey have been very assured in the midfield today. I think the midfield has definitely been the place where the Cats have dominated the most in the first 18 minutes or so in the game so far.
Northwestern move and now have found something it looks like along the far sideline. Weiss working his way in. Turns on the Jets. Ball sent out. Meanwhile, Northwestern still has it. They had a moment. Brown had it. Back out to Mayer, as McCamey just tried for a shot, and instead it pummels off the Green Bay defender there.
Oh my God, Capilla took a hit there. I don't know how the guy isn't winded. That's me, Ryan. I am on the floor and calling for help.
Right in the left midsection, it looks like, as Green Bay gets it back, working their way around, and aforementioned defender there.
Yeah, he looks perfectly fine. That's miraculous, honestly. I'm sorry I keep going back to it, but it really is quite the feat.
Honestly, just shows that impressive nature of these D1 athletes even more.
That's what I was going to say. That's why we're calling this game, Ryan, and they're Division I athletes.
Mayer trying to chase it down, does so successfully. He's going to feed it back into Ponce de Leon.
There's the yells again from Jeremy Bonomo. Really upset with his team, it seems like, in this early part of the game. Prince running out from the backfield.
Probably were looking for some more pressure. Don't want to give Ponce de Leon all that time and all that safety. This being only his third game that he's started, and not a lot of time played just because of the success and stellar outing from Wayman as a whistle and foul is called. It's Brown Grabbing his right foot there. Little slow to get up. Looks like he'll be all right.
Smart move there by... Sorry to cut you off there, Ryan, but smart move there by Brown just to draw the contact. He knew that ball wasn't getting him on time, so put his body in front of the ball, drew the contact, and Northwestern retains possession.
So it's Richter now, giving it back over to Prince, who'll hand it to Mayer. Brown looking for Claggett.
Beautiful first time ball there.
Having some options. Claggett surveying. Nice defensive stand there from Ichikawa. It'll be a Northwestern corner coming up.
If Claggett could have gotten across there, there's 4 or 5 Northwestern bodies in the box that could have created some, again, chaos for the Phoenix, which has pretty much been the theme of this game for them. Whenever they're on the ball, there's a Northwestern player, multiple Northwestern players, creating pressure around them, preventing them from getting any possession on the ball, which has resulted in Northwestern seemingly dominating this game. All that's left to count for it is a goal.
So McCamey will take this one once again, feeds it inside, and just deflected there wisely from Jan. Got up at that one. No threat there for the Phoenix. Northwestern just trying to feed it in. Looks like Weiss tried to do something with it, but instead it's pinballed back. Back and forth. Green Bay just trying to clear it, which they do. But Northwestern will retain possession.
Richter could have gone for the shot there, but chose to play the smart pass to Weiss. He just received it on the wrong foot. It went back towards the Northwestern defender. Otherwise, if he was able to make the half turn there, could have been something for the Cats. Claggett.
So meanwhile, Northwestern's Mayer is there. Feeds it back to Prince.
Northwestern just looks so comfortable on the ball, Ryan. It shows this team's just playing so much chemistry, so much poise. Love to see it.
So there goes Claggett. Ball just goes right out. Northwestern will pass this in. It's going to be Mayer taking it.
Northwestern substitution replacing Christopher Backer, number 22.
The first substitution of the day. It's going to be Ugo Achara checking in for Thagard. How about this? The transfer for Northwestern was at Louisville last season, but prior to that had played 3 years for the Wildcats. Decides to come back, talked it over with Coach Payne, and thought, you know what, might as well join something. Thinks there's going to be something special this year, and sure enough, there is so far.
Coach prioritized when talking about the transfer portal, really prioritized people who he knew would, have a connection with Evanston. And Achara, what better connection would you have than to play, or already have played with Northwestern? Here he is playing again after a season at Louisville and making an impact as a grad student. Has 2 goals and an assist on the year. Started the game, the 2-0 win against Maryland, and looking to make an impact here in the latter part of the first half.
It's all about those right guys, not necessarily people who will instantaneously bleed green, as Payne was telling us yesterday.
Bleed purple. We can't have bleeding green.
Excuse me, not green. Bleeding purple. Oh my gosh, the catch. Thank
right.
you so much, Raghav.
We can't be talking
about
what's
going on so far. Only on a Tuesday night here at Lakeside Field. But indeed, talk about familiarity. Ponce de Leon, Wiseman being from Evanston, having gone to ETHS, Evanston Township High School. Even the guys that they do bring in from the transfer portal have some familiarity with the university. And that has honestly just paid dividends even more for the Cats so far this year amidst their success.
I totally agree, Ryan. Just the fact that this team is gelled so well off the field, as Coach Payne was mentioning, it just makes their on-field product that much better. Just the chemistry, and they know they're making their runs. They know if they play the pass, their teammate's going to do something with it. And that just pays dividends for the Cats.
What didn't pay dividends was that attempted cross inside, but this second one will. Header there from Claggett, tried to feed somewhere, anywhere, to threaten Jan. Instead, deflects off Green Bay, and a corner coming up for the Cats.
This is the fifth corner for the Cats now. They're really racking up the set pieces here, trying to get something to happen. They have some big bodies in there, whether that's Prince, Mayer. They can make something happen in the box, and Let's see if they can capitalize off their fifth corner of the game. McCamey's been putting in good deliveries too. It's just that they haven't been able to get the right accuracy on the headers. There's been powerful headers as well. But McCamey's been putting in good deliveries, so let's see if the Cats can do something with it.
So McCamey will go inside. Another attempted header. Whistle blown. It's going to be Green Bay in possession now.
Yeah, it was a foul on Jan. They really just attacked them there, and he wasn't able to corral it, punched it out, and looks like he might be... Oh, looks like he might be needing some assistance from the medical staff, it looks like.
Jan just kind of looking at his left knee there. Based off that reaction, doesn't look like anything hopefully too serious.
Yeah, but Prince really got him there, just absolutely bodied him, and Prince
raised that hand there.
Prince is 6'2", man. He's a strong guy, a tall guy. You do not want him trucking you midair. I can tell you that.
So we'll take a brief pause here. We'll get back to the action after this break here on BTN Plus. It's Tobias Jan looking for some assistance here from the medical staff and hopefully get back underway. So it looks like Jan will be all right. Coming back to you, Big Ten Plus. Looked like he might have just gotten banged up there on that left knee to kind of like upper thigh area.
Yeah, but looks like he's going to shake it off. And he really is so important to this league best defense for the Phoenix. Last year, too, he just conceded only 13 goals, again leading the Horizon League in goals allowed on average. And he's just such a calming presence for them in the back, Ryan. And such a crucial presence for them as a junior now, really a veteran on this squad. Really important to their success so far this season.
Taking those upperclassmen strides as he has solidified and actually improved on his 75% save percentage so far this season. Those 5 corner kicks, some other shots on goal today have really tested him, but he's held his own admirably against these Cats.
3 saves for him already. Ooh. McCamey almost had Weiss there. Weiss was making a fantastic run behind the back line, but wasn't able to get it over the defense.
Ooh, this little spin action there from Northwestern along that far sideline. I think it was Volmar who was dancing his way in there. Meanwhile, Northwestern has it. It's Weiss trying to make something happen. Feeds it back inside the box. Northwestern with the shot, but secured there from Jan.
That was Volmar who started it and Volmar who finished it. Volmar with the fantastic spin move that first year. Really looking like a veteran out there with that move, but he came back in for the shot. Really good one-touch passing from the Cats. Unfortunately, again for Northwestern, Volmar's shot was straight at Jan, and he's not going to drop those with those solid hands.
So Jan secures it. Couple bodies fall, just for the moment. It's going to stay with Green Bay, though.
Overall, not too many fouls called. I mean, there's been a couple of free kicks, but not too many contestable calls, I would say. I feel like the referee, who for today's match is Kalin Radosov, has done a pretty good job so far officiating this match.
So Rees comes in for Brown for Northwestern. Meanwhile, Green Bay, it's Safanavong who enters the contest now for his first minutes of the match. And it's Green Bay with the ball. Ishikawa has it, and it looks like he's going to be called. That ball just on that line, just fell right outside briefly. Little bit of mix-up between Mayer and Claggett there.
Decided to go with Mayer in the end.
Darn it. So Northwestern will fight for this ball. Given over to McCamey. All the way over to Richter. And Richter looked like he was expecting maybe Weiss or
Volmar maybe making that run, but just wasn't there for Richter.
Not quite on the same page, so instead it's going to be the Phoenix taking it.
Gajadhar is like a spark plug, man. With all that energy, he is just running after these Green Bay defenders not giving them a moment of peace, and that's what you want from your midfield in there, allowing Northwestern to retain the ball and use the possession so well as they have done in this game.
That throw-in looked like it was a little mixed up there from Northwestern, but they're able to get it back here. And Mayer looked like that pass maybe a little stronger than intended, but Ponce de Leon does well to secure it. Fed inside, it's Claggett who jumps high to try and get something, but it's Nishikawa who secures it instead. Meanwhile, a nice little touch there from McCamey to at least rattle Paolucci for a second.
He did a good job retaining the ball.
Schurz tried to go inside. No one was there, though, and Northwestern just easily clears that one.
Dangerous ball there by Schurz. No one was making the run into the middle of the box. They were kind of on one side or the other. Otherwise, that could have been Ponce de Leon's first big action of the match. When that ball went back from Mayer towards Ponce de Leon, you really heard the Green Bay defenders asking their forwards to pressure because they know it's only his third start, want to create some pressure on the relative newbie, you could say, but he did a good job staying calm and composed and got the ball out. And now Green Bay retains possession for what looks like very rarely. It's something we've seen very rarely this game. Green Bay on the ball.
Paolucci was trying to dance along with it. Looked like he nutmegged the defender briefly, as now it's Green Bay. Had it for a second, but McCamey instead is able to stop the advance. And Northwestern will take over there. Like Green Bay had an extra person kind of creep back behind the lines, but now it's Weiss pushing the ball inside. Nishikawa is there to prevent that feed intended for there's attack. Meanwhile, ball bounces around. Another easy secured loose ball there from Jan. We still find ourselves at 0-0 apiece.
Weiss tried to make something happen there, Ryan, making that run down the left wing, trying to get the cross into Claggett, unable to get it through, but the deflection got the ball back to him. He tried to take a shot, and again, it was deflected. Green Bay really just seems to have their defenders in the right place at the right time when needed, preventing Northwestern from getting the goal that they're so close to getting, in my opinion.
Meanwhile, that ball just kind of squirts out there from the Phoenix. Ponce de Leon will just pick that up as the Cats will start anew for this next sequence.
He really hasn't had to do much today, Ponce de Leon, but for what it's worth, he's looked calm, composed, what you want from your goalkeeper. But again, not too much action. We'll really see if there's a big shot by the Phoenix, how the sophomore reacts.
So Northwestern able to secure it past midfield. Claggett was the intended receiver of that pass, but the ball will find its way back to the Cats eventually. Here it's Mayer who feeds it back. Ponce de Leon will secure it, pass it over to Richter. Richter will dance his way around, try and fool some defenders, but it's Green Bay intercepting it from McCamey, now on the attack. Shot on goal. Ponce de Leon tried to lean out for that one, but that one was wide left anyway. So Northwestern's defense stands firm.
Ponce de Leon made the dive just to be sure, as the goalkeeper should. Why leave it up to chance? But that was a good shot there from Josh Johansson. He's been up there for the Phoenix today, trying his best, again with the absence of Walker and Album, but just not much going on for the Phoenix from an offensive point of view.
Meanwhile, a bunch of substitutions for both teams. Sun comes in for the Cats, as well as Van de Winter. Meanwhile, for the Phoenix, sounds like they had Nicholson come in. A whole bunch of new faces for them, trying to get fresh legs maybe for both teams. As we are well over 2/3 into this first half. Meanwhile, Green Bay will stay in possession of the most recent collision.
And it looks like Gajadhar's back in, finally. Coach Payne was trying to make that substitution for quite a while now. Ooh, that was...
Chara wasn't quite able to get it, but how about the pressure applied?
Wow, no
There's
call
no
there.
call there from either referee on either side.
That was... Sorry if I was a bit too loud there. I was surprised by the no call. That could have very easily been a call for the Cats. Kind of glanced off Claggett there. Northwestern fans unhappy with that one.
Did look like there was a possibility for a mix-up and a tangle of arms. But Northwestern will have the ball off the Warren throw-in. Achara to McCamey. Back to Prince. Feed it inside to Weiss. He'll try to turn it back around. Far side now for Northwestern. And that kick is just a little too hot for the Cats.
Yeah, just way too much power in that cross there from Claggett. Unable to keep the ball down. And Brian, if you're going to allow me to make a fun fact here, Cleggett's a graduate from Woodward Academy in Atlanta, Georgia, and I actually went to Woodward Academy from pre-K to first grade.
Well, would you look at that?
So we have that connection right there.
That Atlanta connection, Woodward Academy connection.
Yep. Oh, we got a countdown going on from the Northwestern fans, like Giannis Antetokounmpo in the 2021 NBA playoffs.
One little give and go action. Oh, tried to save it, give it back to Weiss, but nothing going there. Green Bay will still have it, and it looks like Cole just lost the ball.
Crowd's really getting into the game here. Maybe that's what Northwestern needed in these last 22 minutes, Ryan. Just that jolt from the crowd as they try and get this elusive goal.
Weiss had it. Some trippage going on there. Challenge was a little too aggressive. Pretty easy call there for the referee to make as he watched Green Bay essentially take down Gajadhar.
And I think that extended break for Gajadhar is really going to help him out here because, I mean, his game is centered around that work rate and energy and getting that time off the bench. He almost wasn't playing for around 20, 25 minutes. He might bring that spark that the Cats have been looking for all game.
Dangerous pass from Obed. Was not quite secure enough. Able to get that backfoot pass, though, was Claggett. Cross inside the box. Attempted there from, I think, no, not Mayer.
Achara made the cross.
Right.
Yes.
Right, from there all the way along the far sideline. Looked like they were trying to get it into Weiss. The most dangerous weapon for the Cats, leading the team in goals so far this year with 6. Also 6 assists of his own.
That also leads the Big Ten.
Indeed. Truly, at this point, you have to make an argument is one of, if not the most valuable players in the Big Ten.
Oh, for sure. Especially with the success the Cats have found this year, especially in a goal-scoring sense.
Meanwhile, it's Northwestern who intercepts it, trying to get it into Weiss. But he's unable to secure it. McCamey able to get a foot back, so at least Northwestern will have possession once more. And here comes McCamey on the advance. Has some room. Not for long, though. Meanwhile, it's Claggett who lost it briefly from the defender, but he fights back for it. He'll try to get across inside, but once again, a Green Bay body is there for the deflection. And off that sequence, it's going to be a foul called on Northwestern.
Nishikawa got the ball back from Claggett, but Claggett got it right back. Unfortunately, the cross that he tried to put in it got deflected off the Phoenix defender, and then another countdown going on here. They really are upset with the time that Jan's taking on his goal kicks.
So Northwestern will challenge now for the ball. Nover will have it for a moment. Ball sails over Reese. Green Bay trying to get it. Looked like they were trying to get a call on Achara, maybe for like a thrown elbow. But it's going to be Warren who has it. Pass is a little too strong. Interesting strategy from Payne. This is probably the most time we've seen Warren in a match so far this season.
I was going to say, I was just thinking about that. I'm worried it might be because of an injury to Vormar on that challenge earlier in the first half, which has kept Warren in this game. He hasn't been bad, but I think Vormar just brings much more attacking prowess, which is what the Cats are looking for right now. And Warren just is unable to match that output that Vormar was providing, whether that's through his energy, his passing. Just not been the same.
Indeed. Green Bay throw-in now coming. All the way across. It was nicely secured there from Nishikawa. Dancing his way inside. Stout defense, though, from the Cats, and they're able to at least challenge the ball, have it for a moment, and it looks like they will corral that in. Push in the back called. Helpful hand up from Nishikawa.
They've been running at each other all game. They're definitely enjoying this challenge. Have Claggett and Ishikawa. He's been fantastic today. Both of them. You could say that for both of them in their respective positions. Just true battle. You love to see it.
Meanwhile, Nover has it. Will try and secure it. Get a pass over to Warren. A little too strong, though, so Green Bay just knocks it back.
His first touch kind of let him down there, which forced him to get the ball out. Otherwise, he could have played a simpler pass. Was forced to clear it out. Now Northwestern resets yet again. 18 minutes left, Ryan. Where do we... Oh. Prince does a good job getting out of pressure there.
Yeah, spun his way over to the right. Meanwhile, McCamey finds Weiss. Weiss now just trying to get this settled down.
It's a beautiful ball from McCamey.
Feeds it over. It looks like there's just going to be a shot attempted to give some challenge to Jan from Reese.
See, that's going to count as a shot on goal, but again, not much pressure being put on Jan at all. Oh, it looks like the pressure's getting to him.
A little bit of a shank kick from Jan. So not his best work. Weiss had it. Now it's going to be Vandeventer. He gets it over to Achara.
Oh, there's Gajadhar.
Excuse me, Gajadhar. Yes, thank you. Achara just tried to go inside for a cross into the box, but a little too strong and definitely too high there.
He was pressured by Govan Garcia there, forcing Achara to get a big cross in, which found no one.
So Jaden Vandeventer comes back on for Peter Reese.
I like this play here, or this substitution, rather, from Coach Payne. Having both Vandeventer and Gajadhar in the game. Lots of energy, more attacking. I think Coach really wants to win this game, and he's throwing all of his pieces at it with just 17 minutes to go. Big header there from Nover.
Indeed, it's going to be Weiss trying to chase it down as the ball sails out. Goes back onto the field hockey field, where the number 3 ranked Wildcat field hockey team is getting some warm-ups in. Warren with the throw in now. Whistle's being blown.
We're waiting for the ball here. Oh no.
Looks like they are just kind of straightening out the positioning. And as well as addressing a shaken up Capilla there. A little slow to get up. Has been a very physical game so far, despite the 0-0 score.
Warren's got to put a cross in here.
Warren's cross goes inside. Oh, there was a header attempted, but it's just wide left. Great look there from the Cats.
Warren put in a great ball there. Unfortunately, Obed is not able to get his head. He's able to get his head on it, excuse me. Just not able to redirect it to goal. It might have been Prince, actually, who got the header in, but beauty of a ball from Warren there. And we were talking about him not having as much output as Ormar, and then he puts that ball in.
Beautiful ball there from the senior. And if you're Northwestern, great opportunity there. You hope to have more of those down the stretch as we approach a little over 15 minutes left in this contest, as Nover just clears that one out to give the Cats a little bit of time to reset their defense. But you have to think, with the way this game has gone, as Nishikawa gets ready for a throw-in, that might have made all the difference in this contest.
Yeah, as the Phoenix try and make some subs here, that could have been the goal, Ryan. That really could have been the goal. Off the cross there from Warren. Let's see if the Cats can get... I think they have one more big chance in them with the way they've been playing this game against this extremely talented Green Bay defense.
So Paolucci in as a substitution. It looked like Humphrey might have been a sub for the first time this contest as well. We'll wait to get official confirmation, but meanwhile it's Green Bay on the attack now with some momentum.
Scher's taking the throw in straight to McCamey.
McCamey was not having any of that. Not sure if Scherz just didn't see him, as what a nifty move there.
That ball roll was sublime. Oh, Galvan Garcia again.
Just poking it out at the last minute there, looked like Rogov.
Achara is just unable to do anything against the redshirt sophomore. Been really good for this Phoenix team today.
And good for the Green Bay Phoenix, indeed, making the Cats earn every inch of turf here tonight Cats have had their opportunities, yes, but some stellar play from their back line has made life extremely difficult for Northwestern, as Ponce de Leon just tries to clear that one out. Nishikawa and Claggett trying to go for it. Meanwhile, it's Achara who just secures it, tries to feed it over to Weiss, but just a bit too strong there again on his intended pass.
And guess who was there when Achara tried to play that ball? Galvan Garcia. I think his task is pretty much just to man mark him.
Replacing Brandon Claggett, number 7,
And Paul Sun will enter the game for Brandon Claggett.
I think now I can guarantee there's been a switch of formation here. Definitely going to be going to a back four here, as Northwestern tries to throw all its attacking pieces at this Phoenix team.
You can feel that sense of urgency here at Lakeside Field. If it weren't for already the physical nature of the game kind of increasing here over the last 5 or 10 minutes, that change in system that you pointed out, Raghav.
Beautiful one, too. Oh, there's a shirt pull there, yeah.
Yep. Pretty clear call.
And there's a card coming out.
And the yellow card is issued to Green Bay. That's going to be Colton Prater.
He knew what he was doing there. He had no reaction to that yellow card.
Yep.
That was smart. I must say, it was smart from the sophomore. As we take another look here, just
clear.
Yeah,
Laundry hanging behind.
I like
quite
that.
Obviously.
Yeah,
But
McCamey
again, it was a strategic foul there from Prater. Otherwise, McCamey had a plethora of teammates to try and feed the ball to.
That could have been a great opportunity for the Cats. Instead, we have a set piece, but Northwestern hasn't been bad. They've had some good chances. Let's see.
So McCamey boots it in. Wow, it's a pretty long pass on the header attempt. Getting up.
And the count starts again.
Couldn't quite tell who that was for Northwestern, but
it was Prince.
Jan was able to get it, yep.
Prince has been there. Another scuff.
Thank you for that, Raghav.
Of course.
McCamey has it. Meanwhile, it just goes just out off of McCamey's leg. Johansson with that attempted, lockout from Sun. Northwestern has it. Weiss will feed it inside to Achara, but the ball just kind of deflects off, goes towards a Green Bay defender, and now it's Warren in a battle of 14s against Johansson. And Johansson is going to be able to get the throw in there.
Oh, there's Gajadhar yet again. Probably been my man of the match for the Cats in this relatively definitely a low-scoring game. There haven't been any goals. Oh, that was beautiful from Achara.
Great momentum now from Weiss. He has it. Looked like he was trying to spin around and hold it. Whistle is going to be blown. Looks like the referee is marking out where it'll be from.
Just on the edge of the box, Ryan. This could be close. I wonder if there's going to be a review. As we take another look. Kind of hard to tell.
Definitely gets
Actually,
that
I don't know. He might.
Back.
No, it's definitely a foul, but he might be in the box.
He might be in the box. Really close to that far side corner of the box, actually. They're talking it over.
Oh no, it looks like it will be a free kick. That was from our angle. It was kind of hard to see. The lights glistening right off that white line, but that was very, very tight.
Unless they take a second look at it,
which
might
they
be an official
are.
review.
Yeah, it's definitely worth a look. I wonder what angles they have. I wonder if he'll have enough evidence to overturn the call. But this is a penalty for the Cats, Ryan. This could be game-changing.
Yeah, it certainly could, especially when you have someone like a Justin Weiss to your disposal if you're the Cats. As we will try and get another look for the viewers shortly, but in either case, even if it is a free kick, it's going to be a great look for the Cats once again, especially considering all the opportunities that they've had so far this game, whether it be from corners, whether it be from a great cross from Tyler Warren a little bit earlier.
If you take a look at Capilla here, he's just been so good for the Phoenix at the back, preventing any threats from materializing, you could say. It's one of the, I believe that's Prater, upset with the linesman. Wonder why. As the review continues. I wonder.
I think both of them are just kind of talking about where maybe even the foul called in the first place.
Yeah.
It looked pretty clear on our first camera angle that Weiss did take a right kind of elbow or forearm to the back.
And you know that Weiss wants to take this penalty, if it is indeed a penalty. Add to that magnificent goal tally of his this year. 6 goals, a hat trick in there. Truly has been the superstar for the Cats this year.
Talking to Coach Payne yesterday, we asked what has made for such success, especially with players like Weiss playing so well. And he really just mentioned the ability for them to play free and play like having fun. I mean, it's an age-old adage in the sense that you're not worrying about making the plays, you're not worrying about the stresses of being in position. But especially with someone like Justin Weiss, who has been a pretty good leader for this team in the past, but was dealing with maybe disappointing season last year. A little his own battles with some injuries.
Yeah.
And just being able to play free-minded so far this season has allowed him such success.
A lot of that also has to do with trust with his teammates, whether that's the forwards, Achara or Thagard, the midfield in Gajadhar and McCamey. He just has guys that trust him, and he trusts his guys, which is allowing him to have the season that he's having.
So the referee discussing it over with Coach Payne, Ron Brown there as well. Looks like it's not going to be a penalty kick based on their body language and reactions.
Oh, Coach Payne's upset about something. I wonder who he's talking to there. I'm not sure who that is.
Not quite sure what happened there on the sideline, but
now we're going back. The second half's been really stop-start, if we have to say.
So a bit of an odd back and forth. Not sure if there's an official review happening or not. Maybe some miscommunication going on along the sidelines and the monitor review system.
I just think the camera evidence is just not conclusive enough.
See this replay angle again here.
It looks like it might be in the box, Ryan. I'm not sure.
It's still so hard to tell. We'll take a look at this in slow-mo and replay as the referee is trying to do his best to paint the picture physically of what happened. Coach Payne not exactly pleased with that demonstration.
Definitely not a good showing for the referees in the second half, I can tell you that. That yellow card on Alex Cole still has me a bit confused how a goalie diving into results in a card for the player getting dove into. Looks like it will be a free kick on as close to the box as you could possibly get.
Literally not even a few blades of turf separating the ball from the box there, Raghav.
And this is tough for McCamey because getting it up from this angle is a bit harder. I wonder what he goes for.
Sun trying to run in, so they'll do a touch pass over to Weiss, but able to be deflected from Green Bay. They're able to get it. Warren's header doesn't do a whole lot, but at least Nover is right there to receive that second one from Warren. Chara has it, gives it over to McCamey. Some space there. Green Bay does great to get on that as Northwestern will take this corner, but how about that hustle from the Phoenix defense?
Yeah, they really scrambled there, preventing a shot on goal. McCamey had laid it off to Weiss there. It might have been the smarter decision. Oh, quick corner here.
Quick one, though. Just a pass inside. McCamey has it. Just going to turn around. What a long turnaround shot that was from him.
What a hit. Jan is upset with his defense. Oh, it looks like someone's down. Jan is upset about that.
There's two Green Bay defenders down.
Oh, it looks like.
Not sure if that was Prince who just... Yeah, not quite sure what's going on with these two Green Bay players. First of all, near the net, right next to Jan, is going to be Nishikawa.
Yeah, I was watching Nishikawa there.
Banged up there on the collision. And the second player who's on the ground near the yellow line, kind of in that, right along the outline of the Northwestern's attacking third, so inside the Green Bay third. There's a second player down on the field.
I think the second one may be a bit of concern for the Cats because that
looked like he might have just walked by and not sure what happened.
It might have been Prince or McCamey. I'm not sure. Cats getting some water here, regrouping with 10 minutes to go. Ishikawa looks to be in quite some pain. The medical trainers looking at, or the athletic trainers looking at his ankle here. Yeah, this is looking bad for arguably the best player for the Phoenix today.
Meanwhile, that second player, as we see Nishikawa getting up slowly but surely, hoping he's all right. He's played a stellar game so far. It'd be a true shame if he were not able to finish this match. Meanwhile, the second player who received some attention for a moment looks like it's either Damon Humphrey or Jake Parrish.
It's Jake Parrish.
15 or 16.
It's 16. I just saw it's Parrish.
So he is still on one knee as, oh man, you hate to see this from Nishikawa as he's limping off the field.
I'm glad he's able to walk in with his own ability, however. Obviously needs some support, but no need for a stretcher or anything like that.
Walking gingerly on with very little pressure on that left leg, it looks like.
Yeah, and he's played all 9 games. As we take a look.
He is down. Meanwhile, this second fall, yeah, definitely looked like there was Prince. Just with some unfortunate traffic there.
Yeah,
on Jake Parrish.
Parrish got in his way. It's kind of sold the contact if we have to keep it honest, but looks like that's going to be it. Might be a goal kick after all of that. Just hope that Nishikawa is able to recover in time for the Phoenix.
Wow. Good to see this. Thagard's coming back in after taking a shot around the waistline inadvertently from Powell earlier in this contest. There's also a newly entered Green Bay substitution. It's going to be Prado for the Phoenix as Jan gets ready to kick this one away. Nover tries to get a head on it. McCamey fighting for it. There's a big challenge for the ball with 4 bodies. McCamey's able to get it out. And a poor pass there from Northwestern. Yeah, it looked like it was Gajadhar who just wasn't able to make up his mind soon enough. But they're still able to corral that one in. Thagard has it. Going to try and find Weiss, I believe, on the far side. Corner cross coming in. Nothing going there for the Cats. Bench was looking for a call, but instead it's Jan who's going to be taking this one out.
And Parrish looks to be in some pain here. I saw him fall and motion straight to his coach, and Parrish comes off. There's a substitution. I think Coughlin's coming back in.
Yep. 2 more for them. Coughlin coming in. 1 more substitution as well. Looked like hard to see the jersey of who also went off the field was Parrish. But coming on now, see him running around the right side of the Northwestern end is Luke Nicholson. Green Bay just trying to punt that one away. Get the ball on the Northwestern side of the field, which they have. It's Nicholson, who just newly entered, making the most of his opportunity. Whistle blown, foul on Northwestern.
Relatively dangerous position for a free kick here. I know it's in the middle of the field, but definitely put a cross in. Too far for a shot on goal, but let's see. It looks like
great opportunity here for Green Bay,
Coughlin,
especially as we have single digits left in terms of minutes remaining in this match.
Kind of just going to have to chip it in, and that's what he does.
Chips it in indeed, but how about the secure hands of Rafa Ponce de Leon?
That is some confidence there from the keeper, coming out quite far into his box and grabbing that ball. That's what you want to see from your keeper.
A pass from Coughlin, maybe not his best, but how about the confidence and decisiveness from Ponce de Leon to get on that? As whistle is blown and foul is called. Looks like that was, yep, it was on Coughlin. I got the best of Van Deventer there. So Northwestern with possession. As we have less than 8 minutes left in this contest now, as we are still at 0-0 apiece. Has been some actions, or shots on goal I should say, creating some action, but no conversions for either team so far. Northwestern, the team that has applied the most pressure on offense so far, as Nover takes it over to Warren, gives it over to Sun. He's looking for McCamey, but looks like he'll go and opt for Thagard. Thagard will turn around to his right. and he will try and create some stress for this Green Bay defense, which has held strong in its own right so far this evening.
This looks like a good build-up here from the Cats, Ryan. This is potentially an opportunity. Still Cats possession here. They have some bodies up in the half. Let's see what happens.
Looks like they initially had Weiss there for the throw-in, but just sent him back out. Instead, it's going to be Green Bay with a great stop there. How about that from Prado? So Green Bay forcing Northwestern to reset once again in this match.
But I don't think Northwestern minds right now if they can just get one or two more possessions of attack. This might be it for the Cats.
Another poke out from Prado. Great stand from him.
He has some big boots to fill with him replacing Nishikawa, and he's made two great tackles here in quick succession.
McCamey has it. Looks like it was over to Obeid for a second. Son has it. Or excuse me, not Obeid. Gajadhar. Gajadhar now over to McCamey. McCamey looking inside. He'll just take a shot on goal. But again, straight into the midst of Jan.
I'm questioning the decision there from McCamey. I think he should have found Weiss on the wing there instead of opting for the shot. Tough to score from that angle. It was 9 seconds according to the crowd.
Green Bay able to get that ball. Dancing around was Nicholson. He's able to get it back out wide to Galvin Garcia. His pass just a little long there, so Northwestern will intercept. But Green Bay gets it right back, and now they are on the attack. Pass a little too strong, though, and Ponce de Leon will get that. Handle it pretty well.
Nova does a good job, again, just shielding. I believe that was Nicholson there, preventing him from getting on the ball and allowing Ponce de Leon to collect safely.
So Ponce de Leon gets it. Green Bay with the header off his kick. Meanwhile, Northwestern has it. Threatening now, waiting for some numbers, turning around. Into the box, here we go. Son tried to get a header, but Green Bay able to defend that almost perfectly, honestly, from Schurz.
It's a good ball, however, by Thager, despite not landing at the head.
Son with the cross. Nothing quite there. Weiss trying to fight for it. He does. And now he'll have an opportunity. Tried to feed it inside over to Thaggart, I think. There's nothing there. Whistle will be blown for a foul. And shaken up is Capilla. A lot of these Green Bay defenders or forwards have paid a physical toll in this match so far. A lot of them going down.
Yeah,
some big collisions.
Capilla's gone down twice now, but that was a goal-saving clearance, right? If he didn't get his foot in there, that would have been a goal for Thaggart as we take a look here.
Weiss had it.
Great cross.
And wow, what a clear out from him.
If he's unable to get that ball, that is going into the bottom left corner from Thaggart.
His right shin might have paid the price, but when you're in a match against the 12th team in the country, I don't think there's a lot you wouldn't do for your team in this situation. So far, it's been a brilliant defensive stand from the Phoenix in this contest.
Yeah, I mean, the Cats have 15 shots, 7 on goal, just unable to get a goal in. Just because
also
of the fact.
Called. Yep.
Yeah, just
Sorry
because.
to cut you off there, Ron.
No, all good. Foul there, but just because the Cats have just been, the Phoenix have just been in the right places defensively and willing to give their bodies up for their team. And that's what you love to see. They just aren't able to get that output from the other end.
So Green Bay will take this set kick. And away we go into the box. Enter the Phoenix, but cleared out from Northwestern. Son has it, and it's just not quite secured. Some challenges occurring, taking place for the ball. McCamey has it. He'll try and turn it back around. There's a whole battle going on. Son looking for it for a minute. Ball goes out, so Northwestern will take it. And a bit of a chaotic sequence there. A lot of fans, whether they be from Green Bay or Northwestern, looking for that, but Warren with the throw-in.
And that was a clear handball, I must say, by Son. Referee chose to play on. It was right in front of him, too. That is a clear foul from Murray Powell.
So foul there, called from Green Bay, and I'm trying to identify who it was.
Murray
there.
Powell, I think, with the foul. Just 3 minutes to go, Ryan. This might be one of the last chances for the Cats.
Cammy will feed it inside. Here we go. Can the Cats get something going? Looks like it's not really going to be anything of substance. There's a fight for the ball, however. Nover finds himself with it. Going now, trying to cross it inside. Header there. And just a little too high from the Cats.
That was a great opportunity. Nover, the defender, finding himself in unheralded, uncharted territory, but put in a great ball. Thagard clearly upset with himself here.
Yep, and Chrisman now making his Northwestern debut, the transfer from Colgate, making his, wow, what a time to do that though. 2.5 minutes left as Northwestern will take over here. Chrisman will try and make his impact made in the twilight of this match.
It's also from
Son has it now, feeds it over. Nice extra pass there. And a shot on the goal now. What a block that was from Jan. Holy smokes.
Oh my goodness, Ryan. What a save from the number 1 of Phoenix. He has been there for them time and again, and he makes the save as we see here. Fantastic build-up, great comeback. Son with the shot, lots of power, but Jan was down instantly. Got his right hand to it as the corner comes in.
Corner comes in and saved again from Jan, who has arguably been the player of this game.
He deserves man of the match. If we, as the Big Ten Plus announcers, are giving man of the match, I am giving it to Tobias Jan. What a performance between the sticks for the number 1 for Green Bay.
Son had a great chance, and Warren fighting mightily and challenging well on Johansson, who's a little slow to react. Son has the ball now again, but less than a minute and a half, maybe 80 seconds for the Cats to work with, and McCammy's shot is very, very high, but kind of a desperation attempt there for the Cats at this point in the match.
McCamey had to give it to Gajadhar there. I don't think Gajadhar communicated that he was making the run behind him. As we take another look, you can see Gajadhar making that run. He just had to lay it off there. With just 1 minute left, Ryan, it is not looking good. Nover's going to try and win this header here, unable to do so. Warren is able to keep it in, but it goes straight to the Phoenix. Ponce de Leon coming out.
He will be coming out, just trying to clear that as the ball sails to the press box and makes it to our level.
I was so ready to make that catch.
Credit to one of our cameramen up here. That was a great save.
And protecting his camera.
So meanwhile, some bodies fly. No whistle blown, so Northwestern will take it over. Son throws it in over to Thagard, turning it around. Do or die time now. 15 seconds left in this match.
That might be it.
But that might be it. As that pass goes a little strong, Green Bay has it.
6, 5, 4, 3.
Ball all the way up in the air now.
1, 0.
That will be the game. 0-0, our final score here as the Northwestern Wildcats and Green Bay Phoenix have tied this match.